to Hazards and Hijinks, the interactive fantasy role-playing improv comedy show. My name is Hero, and I will be your dungeon bear tonight. That's right, the avatar is back. I apologize for all of those hoping to see my lovely, magnificent beard. I trust it is still there, but my camera is not working the way it should be, so you are going to be graced with my inner essence, that of a bear in a hoodie, or as Jessamyn lovingly calls it, a very big gopher. All right, well, welcome once again to Hazards and Hijinks. We know you could be anywhere in the world on a Monday night, and we are so very happy you are here with us. Boy, howdy, do we have an adventure for you. 2 weeks in the making. We certainly enjoyed our day off. We hope you did as well, but we are back. What are we doing today? We're taking on Landsharks, classic monsters from Dungeons and Dragons known as bullets or bullets, but we just call them what they are: big motherfucking sharks with legs. Those are going to be causing trouble for our players today. In addition, we asked what kind of quest you wanted our heroes to go on, and you picked the Monster Mash. So we're combining those two suggestions together, and essentially they're going to be fighting a Sharknado's worth of land sharks. What would a Sharknado be with land sharks? I don't know, maybe like a shark quake, maybe like a shark storm. We're gonna find out. I have plenty of time to come up with something. That's the nature of this show. Now, Captain Good and Plenty explained how donations work, so feel free to throw some Hazards and Hijinks our players' way. And speaking of players, let's get to the most important part of the show, the part where I introduce our players for this evening. Let's start off with I've already given it away. She's here tonight. Jessamyn Prince as Mildreth Mildew, the human wizard.
Hello. I'm so happy to be here. I was thinking maybe like Sharkocaine. Like that could be.
Ooh, yeah. Sharkocaine. Writing that one down.
I'm just trying to be helpful. It's, I'm coming up on my 1 year review and I really want to get a good grade.
Yes, congratulations on your 1 year of adventuring with us, Mildreth. We really appreciate all of the effort you've put in thus far. All right, up next, we have someone who's been doing this a lot longer than a year. Put your hands together for Tyler X. Koontz as Tusk, the elephant folk rogue.
Oh man, it's good to be here. Though I got kicked out of the tavern the other day. I couldn't pay my Ella rent.
That is a damn good pun. Very clever. Give yourself 2 additional HP.
Oh,
magnificent bastard. All right, up next, someone who has been doing this an undisclosed amount of time. No one is quite sure when they started or why they won't stop. Put your hands together for Daniel Ryan Romero as Fizzlewigg the Fabulous, the human Engi-BARD. Definitely a bard.
Hello. The singular of Jaws is Jaw.
Thank you, Fizz. Thank you very much. We would have never figured that out on our own. And finally, definitely not anywhere close to a year, but feels like they've been in our hearts the whole time. Put your hands together for Yotsuya as Bricen Margaritaville, the orc monk.
Yes, hello. I am so excited to be here. Bit curious how sharks are now on land, but I'm eager to see what that looks like and get into some hijinks on the way.
Hey, I love it. Ooh, title call out. That's definitely worth a black bolt of lightning. You take 2 points of damage.
Oh man.
All right, now that we've gotten our players assembled, we can get this show started. And let's start, as we always do, with a hearty huzzah, and feel free to join us at home. We want all the world to hear us. 3, 2, 1, huzzah! There we go. All right. Our adventurers begin together, all 4 of them running through the rolling hills of the Plains of Blood, being pursued by a group of feral gnolls. These bad boys are firing arrows, whizzing by their heads. Let's roll a D4 right now. And Bricen, give me an odd or even.
Odd.
All right. Ooh, even. All right. The arrows land, striking all of you, cutting you. They're very, very thin arrowheads, so they give you like little paper cuts. Each of you take 2 points of damage from the volley of arrows. One of the dog folk leap atop the shoulders of another and goes, "Now you listen here. We gonna eat you, and then we're gonna play with your bones. We're gonna bury them, and then we're gonna dig them up again, and then we're gonna bury them again." Yeah. That would make it Bricen's turn. Bricen, what do you want to do?
I'm not happy about immediately losing 4 points of damage right in the beginning, so I'm just gonna haul off and punch the closest dog folk. I'd like to use a standard attack.
For a standard attack, I love it. Whipping around, you just punch the dog folk that the leader is on his shoulders for 2d6. Let's roll the damage. Ooh, 7 points of damage. Yeah, you punch him right in the muzzle. He goes, and he throws the leader off of his shoulders. The leader tumbles onto the ground and takes the same amount of damage as he like, that would make it Tusk's turn. Tusk, what do you want to do?
From my couple of experience with dog folk, I got this idea that I can finally try, and I pull out this whistle that's supposed to make a noise that only dog folk can hear.
Ooh, I love it. All right, that sounds like it is an item. So
can I help?
Yes, you can. Let's roll a aid check first. Let's roll a d20 as Fizz is going to attempt to help.
Hey, that sweet, sweet music.
Ooh, that's definitely not gonna help. So here's what we're gonna do. It's a magic item. So we're gonna roll 2d4 and give me the lower result. And then Tusk, you're gonna tell me odd or even.
Even.
Okay. Okay, what's the lower result? 3. Okay. Well, they both were 3. That's pretty cool. All right. Then I am.
Which makes 6.
Yeah. Which would be even.
It would be even.
You do. It would be even, right? But that's not how it works here. All right. So you play the flute. However, instead of lulling the dog folk into a passive state, it enrages them, so they are all enraged. Congratulations, Tusk, you've made the situation even worse.
All in a day's work.
Oh, no.
But I mean, to be honest, you can totally blame Fizz for this one.
I helped.
It was definitely his fault. All right. That would make it Mildreth's turn. Mildreth.
Right. Okay. So I feel like the move here is definitely to yeah, I'm gonna raise some skeletons and I'm gonna send them running in the opposite direction of this. And just with some really juicy looking bones, you know, some juicy skeletons that are just really tasty looking. you know, and I'm thinking maybe I could use my Vecna's Big Book of Evil so that I could get like a couple of skeletons going at once.
Yeah, if you want to use Vecna's Big Book of Evil, we can totally do that.
Yeah.
That is... Yeah, all right. Let's roll a d4, and then you tell me odd or even.
Even.
Okay.
2.
Yes, you got it. That counts
Zoom tight.
as a free nat 20 on an occult check. So go ahead and tell me what you do.
Okay, I would like to raise 3 skeletons from the nearby ground and with just some really shiny looking bones, maybe just a little bit of rotting flesh hanging off of them.
Mhm.
And I say, hey guys, I hear that they're having a sale on bone butter over that way. Gonna really shine yourselves up and look good for this weekend. And maybe I'm hoping that the gnolls will just be like, I gotta get my mouth around those bones.
In fact, they do. The group of gnolls are just salivating at all of these rotting skeletons as they're just kind of shimmying around, being like, blah, 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 blah. And they just pounce on them and begin biting them, chewing at them. They're totally distracted. But in addition to that, because there's so much occult energy coursing through them, as they rip the skeletons apart, they actually explode with occult energy, causing all of the gnolls who attacked them to be knocked out. They are knocked unconscious, leaving only the leader of the pack, who gets up and he pulls out 2 gnoll swords, which are just big old meat cleavers. He's like, I'm gonna chop you up to bits. Yeah.
I need my bits.
No, I'm gonna take your bits.
No.
I'm gonna chop them up. And that would make it his turn. So he is going to attack. We're gonna roll. He is a boss, so he rolls a d8, and because he's enraged, we're gonna roll 2d8. So let's roll 2d8 and give me the higher result. 5. Ooh, all right, 5. That is going to be a devastating blow for most of our players. I believe that beats Tusk and Fizz by 3. So you're first. Let's determine. Would you like to take a good amount of damage or have something bad happen?
Something bad.
Okay.
Something bad.
All right, both of you are taking something bad. Both of you are going to be incapacitated for 1 round as he jumps up and he kicks you with his two hind legs. He just kicks both of you square in the nose. That's what you get for punching me in the nose. So both of you are incapacitated. You will not be able to take an action next round. Now,
I would like to be known I did not kick you in the nose.
He goes, well, all's fair in love and war.
Doggone it.
Oh, a black bolt of lightning strikes Tusk for 2 points of damage. Now, okay, that beat Mildreth by 2. So Mildreth, you can take a fair bit of damage or something kind of bad.
I feel like I already took quarter. I can't. I'm weak. I don't like. It hurts. It's ouchy. So I'm gonna go with something kind of bad.
All right, something kind of bad. You lose the ability to use skills for the next round until the start of the pack leader's next round. You can't use skills. You can still use attack. You can still use hide. You can still use aid, but you can't use any of your skills. Not occult. Not arcane. So as he whips around, he chops your spell book right in half, just cleaves it right in half.
Bad dog. Oh,
I am a bad dog. All right, and finally, Bricen, he beat you by 4, so that's a lot of damage or something really bad.
I'm gonna take something really bad.
Okay.
Time to take
For
damage.
you, he's like, wait, you're the one that punched him in the nose. So he is going to return the favor by punching you right in the throat. You are now debilitated. You can't use any actions. You have to use a strength check to overcome this condition. And any attacks that you make do 1d6 less points of damage, and the monsters have advantage on you, so he can actually inflict more damage onto you. So he just punches you right in the throat, just like. All right, that would make it Bricen's turn. Bricen, you can overcome your condition right now with a strength check, or you can attempt to do something, but again, you can't use any skills. You're physically weak, and your attacks do a lot less damage.
I'm gonna try to do the strength check and overcome this.
All right, let's roll a d20. Right now, we're going to set the check at 14. So just a d20. Oh, no, you are still debilitated. You try to focus your chi, but it gets caught in that big lump where you just punched you in the throat, and you kind of gag and cough, and you are still debilitated. So that'll make it Tusk's turn. Tusk, what do you want to do?
I'm trying to plug up my bloody nose. Because
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're incapacitated this round. I'm sorry. All right. Fizz is also incapacitated, so we're gonna go to Mildreth. Mildreth, what do you want to do?
Okay. So, gosh, I'm not good at the fighting stuff, so I'm thinking maybe I could do I could roll to heal Bricen and transfer some of my life energy to them so that they can get this strength check next time. Yeah.
Unfortunately, well, no, because you're in combat, so you can sacrifice an attack and turn it into healing, because otherwise what you were suggesting would be a skill check, and you can't do that right now.
Right.
But yes, you can sacrifice an attack type and turn it into healing. If it's more than 6 HP, it will also heal them of their debilitated condition.
Okay. All right. So, can I do it as like a power attack?
Yes, you certainly can.
Right.
Let's roll 3d6.
Okay. I feel like Bricen can take care of this if they just had their chi unblocked.
All right, yes, 6. So Bricen, you've been healed for 6 points of damage. You recover 6 HP, and you are no longer debilitated. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mildreth. I owe you one.
Yeah, you see that my hair goes a little bit more gray, but it's fine. It's worth it. Just save us, okay?
I will also say that Bricen, you can get a free action as you are reinvigorated in this moment because your allies helped you. So go ahead and take advantage of this free action.
Sweet. I am going to attack. Just so I'll use a simple attack.
All right, a simple attack, firing away. Let's roll a 1d6. Two. Yes, you wallop on him, just kicking him and punching him for 2 points of damage.
Go,
I don't need this.
Doesn't feel good. Doesn't feel good, does it, huh?
No, it don't. I don't like this. I don't like being punched. I don't like being kicked. And I don't like y'all in my
Then stop punching everyone else.
Yeah.
All right, that would make it his turn again, so he's going to roll. He is still enraged, so he's going to roll 2d8, give me the higher result. Oh,
That's too much.
that is a critical hit. All right, that's a critical hit against everybody. So, all right, it's up to you. All of you can answer this. The killing blow or the worst possible thing?
I'll use my EP to block his attack.
All right, yeah, I'm going to say that'll be 8 EP to drop it down to a 3. So that'll be something bad or a good amount of damage for you.
It's a good amount of damage.
All right, a good amount of damage for you would be 6. He just tears at you with his big meat cleavers, slicing Tusk for 6 points of damage. Fizz, the killing blow or the worst possible thing?
I have a quick question. I'm already incapacitated. Does that mean that it was an auto crit? So is that
Yes. It when you're incapacitated, your AC is 0. So
Right.
yes, it was an auto hit, but you can use EP to lessen the blow.
now? Is there like a double crit against me?
No, we haven't come up with a double crit mechanic. But audience, let us know if you want us to come up with a double crit mechanic.
You don't have to let us know.
Just for
No, thanks.
Fizz.
Keep that to
Yes,
yourself.
yeah.
But do you want the killing blow or the worst possible thing?
So the worst possible thing.
All right, the worst possible thing. The dog folk, he stands right in front of you, and he just brings the cleaver down right atop your head. You take permanent damage, so your damage is reduced by half, so you only have 6 HP, and you cannot heal this damage at all this session, so your damage is just half what it was. So if you had already taken damage before, that 2 that you'd already taken still applies, so you're at 4, but your max is currently at 6 for the remainder of the session.
Sick.
He just brains you. He gives you a huge, like, massive wound. The like cleaver's like stuck in your head. It's just like wham, stuck there.
Right.
Mildreth, the killing blow or the worst possible thing?
I mean, yeah, I think I'm gonna use my EP to just lessen this one. I'll
All
spend
right,
the 8
like I said, that's 8 EP. That'll drop it down to 3. So something bad or a good amount of damage?
I'll do something bad. It's all bad, but I'll take something bad.
All right, something bad. You are incapacitated. He's trying to pull the cleaver out of Fizz's head, and he just swings Fizz and smacks you with Fizz.
I'm also apologizing to him for the inconvenience of being attached to this cleaver.
So the full force of a human man is slammed into you, Mildreth, and you are
Sorry.
incapacitated as he just
Sorry,
lands on
I'm
top of you.
sorry.
No, I'm
all right,
sorry.
I'm sorry. I got in the way.
I mean, I was already
Bricen.
attached to the cleaver.
Well, that did it. That finally unwedged the cleaver from your dome. So now there's just blood gushing out.
Oh,
can
cool.
See, like your brain. It's
Finally,
gross.
that sweet, like, cool breeze that hits your brain.
I've
Right
seen a
after
lot of
it
brains,
hits your
and that's a
head.
pretty good looking brain, I gotta say.
Oh
buddy.
god.
You're just saying that, Mildred.
Oh,
Yeah.
do we just squish it back together or
I don't. I mean, I don't really feel it, so like we could deal with it later. It's fine.
Okay, yeah, right. Oh,
Yeah.
All right, Bricen, it's up to you. What do you want to do? The killing blow or the worst possible thing?
I don't,
Burn all of your EP to take a lesser hit.
I'm gonna burn all of my EP to take a lesser
Okay,
hit.
let's burn all of that EP. So 8, that drops it down, so you can take a good amount of damage or have something bad happen. Which would you prefer?
I'll take the good amount of damage.
All right, a good amount of damage for you is 9. You take 9 points of damage.
Let's see.
Thank God. Thank the Celestial Kitten, Mildred just healed you. Oh,
Yep.
all right.
Love it.
And we got a donation from the audience, a timely donation if I've ever seen one. It just says some hijinks, so I'm going to leave this up to Bricen. Bricen, do you want 3 things or 2 things?
Oh, yeah, hijinks are good. I forgot.
3.
All right,
Big
then
3.
you have been gifted from the audience 3 health potions. Who are they going to be assigned to?
I'm going to give one to Tusk,
Okay.
Mildreth, and Fizz.
Okay, yes. You give the Celestial Kitten appears above you and goes, meow, let's show those dogs that they don't got a dog in this fight. Row! And then 3 magical potions drop down from the audience to Mildreth, Fizz, and Tusk. That would make it Bricen's turn. Bricen, you are up first. What do you want to do?
I'm going to use my exotic weapons.
Okay.
And I believe that makes my simple attack do an additional 2d6.
Yes.
'Cause it's-
When
yes.
fighting. Yes. Yes, it does.
Cool. Then I would like to use my exotic weapons and launch another attack.
Okay.
I am mad.
You also get 2 simple attacks per round, so you do 4d6.
Let's go. I'm not happy. They came after my friends. This isn't fun. Like,
All right. Well, let's whoop his ass. Let's roll 4d6.
Woo!
16 points of damage. Yeah, you wail on him. You just whap, just whoop his ass, beating him with a cocktail shaker.
Bricen.
And he drops to his knees. He's swollen and bloody, like teeth are falling out. Oh, spare me. I'll do anything. I'm a good boy now. Oh. That would make it Tusk's turn. Tusk, what do you do?
Oh, now you want to be spared, huh? You bust my nose. Yeah, open up my friend's skull, and you hurt Mildreth's book. I don't think you're gonna think this next part's very humorous. And I pick up a bone that's right next to me, and I twirl it around, and I chuck it out for a power attack with my 1 EP to make it hit even harder.
All right, using 1 EP, I'll give you an additional D6 to that. So let's roll 4d6. Oh, another 16. Oh, yes, you obliterate him. The bone strikes him, and like something out of a bad 80s action film, he just explodes. Gore and viscera flying everywhere. The celestial kitten is like, what? Meow, that was excessive. As she dissipates into the sky. Like I said, intestines, chunks of meat just drop all over the place, landing on the ground. Congratulations, you are victorious. You have defeated the horde of dog folk. Huzzah!
Huzzah! Oh, Fizz. Oh, girl. Here, let me try splashing half of this potion up in you got a little wound up here. Let me.
Yes. Oh, that's a lot of blood.
Yeah.
I'm kinda
Yeah.
tired.
Yeah.
All right. It's going to be a let's roll a d4 and give me odd or even.
Even.
All right. All right. Yes, you're able to just use a little bit of the potion. His wound closes up, and you are healed 2 points of damage, bringing you back to your new total of 6. So you are at as full health as you could be right now. You are there. All right. Looking around, you.
I'm gonna go ahead and down the rest of that too.
Okay. Yes. Then that is 6 health or 6 EP to you. You can divide that up however you want to kind of balance yourself out. Just let me know how you're doing it.
No, I got 3 and 3 for 3 more EP, and I'm back to 9.
Okay,
Health.
awesome.
All right. Oh, I feel better.
I would like to use my potion to restore 6 of my AP. Thank you.
All right, down in your potion as well, you are restored 6 EP.
Thank you, audience.
Yes, thank you, audience. That was a brutal battle we had just there. All right.
I just wanted to play fetch.
I just wanted to pet the dog.
I thought they were going to be cuter. So
Mm.
mad.
It's like it's your first adventure here. You can't just pet the wildlife.
I mean, you can always try at least once.
Yeah, that's like my whole thing.
We've had a pretty good track record with dog-like creatures in the past. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Let's just get the focus back on task now. Now that we're here, yeah, let's cool the adventure.
Oh. All right.
Full the
Getting
adventure. Are we
your
jumping in a
bearings,
lake?
you see that you have been chased by those dog folk for the better part of like 4 miles. So you're a little off track. Your original objective was to try and get to something known as the Temple of the Serpent, which was somewhere in these rolling hills of the Plains of Blood. You were hired by a somewhat shady lizard dude who was like, there are emeralds there, and if you go get them, I will give you some. Ooh, it's definitely not the trap. But because it's been slow the past couple of weeks, you decided to take the quest. Looking at your map, you realize that, yeah, you're a little off track, but not by much. It's up to you if you want to continue or look for some type of sanctuary, because obviously the Plains of Blood are full of monsters all over the place, and perhaps you are a bit under equipped for the quest you are currently on. What would you like to do?
If we work together and we just move real quiet and stealth like, we can get through there. Let's do. Look, I'm gonna pull out. I got these sheets that I use for me to like blend into the surroundings, and I got some paint, and they're blood covered. All right, now we're blood. Let's go. Blood.
Oh,
Blood.
I'm really good at being sneaky. Yeah, that's smart. So we just say blood as we walk around. That's so smart.
Blood.
You have extra sheets? I need a sheet.
You got a sheet for you, a sheet for you, a sheet for everybody.
I'll put my sheet on. I'm like, blood.
Yeah.
This is exciting.
Yes.
Does it matter how loud we say blood?
I would play around with different tempos and varieties of loudness.
Blood!
Immediately yell it.
Blood!
Right. Blood.
It's working.
Blood.
It's
Blood.
And so
Blood.
the adventurers shouted blood at different levels and tempos as they slowly made their way back on track towards the Temple of the Serpent. After about 2 hours of the intense heat of this summer day, shouting blood as they were covered in sheets, they realized they were hearing the heavy trods of what looks like a rider atop a riding hog charging towards them. This large orc had a spear in his hand and was going,
blood.
All right, let's roll a 1d4. Just a d4. 3, yeah. He throws the spear and it's going to strike. It's going to strike Fizzban right in the gut for 1 point of damage.
Blood! Oh!
Blood. Oh, blood.
Oh, bloody hell!
Did I not say it loud enough?
The rider comes up, and you can see that he is an orc ranger of the animal control. He drops down, pulls the spear out of Fizzlewigg, also pulling the sheet off of him. 7 maths. You're not a blood ooze. You're just some guy.
Oh, thank you for taking that out. That was really screwing me up.
I would like to heal Fizz, please. This is
No, you want to let it breathe.
No, I can. Fizz, I have
At least there's more
medicine
blood in your
abilities.
sheet.
Like, we don't want to let it breathe in the plains of blood. Like, just.
Okay, can I take my
We want
my
to
triangle and
Let's
try and
clot it.
cauterize the wound?
I will assist.
Let me see if you can do that. Like the triangle should allow you to be able to do that.
Yeah.
So
Feel
yes.
hot, like
Yeah. Let's roll a D20.
I'm assisting.
Oh, you're assisting. Let's roll a
Yes.
D20 for the assist. 15. That is helpful. So let's add a D6 to that D20 roll. Marvelous. All right. Then yes, Fizz, you're able to cauterize the wound, healing yourself for 1 point of damage.
Really got to press it in there. Okay, you got it. Good
Oh,
job.
That's
Good
much
job.
better, thank you.
We are.
I reveal myself and I go, animal control?
Animal control. We
Oh.
control animal control.
Oh.
That's right. I know you as if you were one of my own brothers, because for I am close with Michael Richardson.
Ah, Michael Richardson, the maniac. I hear he's been derelict on his duty for the better part of 2 seasons now.
Think he calls it a bender? He's on a bender.
It's the daddy juice.
It's the daddy juice. Well, very well.
Interesting.
My name is Gork. And I...
Gork.
Is that any relation to Mork?
You want another spear in your belly?
That's rude.
That would be not nice. But the blood would help the blood, like our disguises. So
Ah.
They're kebab spears. That would be good. I'm
We are
hungry.
trying to get to the temple of the serpent. You either will help us or stop spearing us, please, sir.
Well, I thought you were blood oozes. I thought I was doing my civic duty. I'm in charge of this here territory. I'm supposed to keep nature in harmony. And here you were, dressed like a bunch of blood oozes, screaming blood. Do you know what kind of thing that's going to do to the wildlife? That's going to incense them. You could have been attacked. You could have.
We were attacked
but
by
yeah,
you.
we were doing so good. We were doing so good and not getting attacked, and then animal control came over.
What?
Like the animals weren't attacking us. I think we were doing really good until the animal control came over. So maybe it's really you're the one who's needs to be in. Someone has to control you.
I don't know about that. I think nature was very much antagonistic to you all as a group.
Who controls the animal control? That's the question.
That's a different department. That's CACC. A falcon flies down and drops a health potion in front of Mildreth from the audience.
Hey!
All right, that doesn't mean nature is okay with you guys being here. In fact, falcons leaving stuff is typically a bad sign. So,
Well, things that are typically a bad sign for other people are a good sign for me. Like, okay, you get it's the goth thing, right?
yeah, you got a goth cottage court thing going on. So I figured it's like opposite day all the time for you. But that's neither here nor there. Do you guys have any idea what season it is?
The season of the witch.
It's hot.
It is hot. No, the
Humid.
season of the witch is next season. This is the season of the surfer. And that means this whole territory is about to be flooded with a whole migration of Landsharks. So I'm clearing out all intelligent life out of here and getting all the blood oozes in one area so that I can divert those migrations to a safe part of these plains.
Gotcha.
Oh
So
no!
you're protecting them.
Well, yeah, it's my job.
So they're like an endangered species. Are they cute?
They are roughly 6 feet long, standing about 4 feet high. They look like great white sharks with stubby legs.
Oh,
That sounds cute.
what
That
if we
sounds
helped?
cute.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we could help the migration and help and divert them away from the path to the Serpent Temple that we're trying to get to.
Oh yeah, that place. Yeah.
Maybe I could
I'm not gonna lie, I could probably use the help. Well, as it so happens, I may have been given the key to the Temple of the Serpent from the former high priest of the temple.
HP? No way.
It's true. The
Wow.
HP himself. He pulls a necklace from around his neck, and you can see a serpentine key wrapped around it. This will save you the trouble of having to sneak into the temple, and it'll also deactivate all the traps. You know, like the giant snakes and the robo snakes and the like dude that's got snake arms. None of that stuff. You just walk right in. I hear there's a bunch of emeralds just free for the taking. I don't need them because I don't believe in currency, so they're useless to me. But there you go.
You know, somebody that just stabbed me. I think it's best if you do right by me and just give me that key.
You did stab him.
That's a good point.
Pretty. I mean, it's still there. Like we just put fire on it. We didn't really. There's still a lot of blood inside.
He's having a rough day. You don't know. So what if we did like a compromise thing where like half of us stay to help you with the Landshark, the ones that want to pet them, and then
I don't know where persuasion came from, but can I use persuasion?
Yeah.
I tried very hard to get rid of anything useful, but there is persuasion.
Yes, there is persuasion. I will remove it from your skill list after this session.
Excellent, thank you.
I'll replace it with something useless.
Perfect.
But yes, let's roll a persuasion check. 1d20 plus 1d6. That's a 10. That is not persuasive. Now, Aegon here.
And can I use some EP to boost that?
Yeah, of course you can.
Excellent.
All right, that'll be 4 EP.
Done.
All right. Yeah, I guess you did say that you were going to help me anyway, so I don't need to set terms. And I don't really like this key. It's kind of heavy and leaves a weird stain on my skin. All right, then. He yanks it off and hands you the key. All right, I'm hoping you all don't just immediately run off to that temple.
Hey guys, let's go to that temple.
Oh, hell, I should have known that.
Bricen
I wanted to see. I wanted to see the Landsharks.
I come back. All right, you guys stay here. Mildreth with your like dead people can help a lot of move things all at one time, and Bricen, your strength and can also help move things. And I suppose you like in cuddly sharks or whatnot. Good. I wouldn't want to take that away from you. Let's go, Fizz.
Thank you. Yes. Goodbye. The best I could do for you is bleed on them at this point. So good luck.
All right, good luck. And so the party split itself in two, with Bricen and Mildreth remaining to help Gork, while
I bet they're really cute. I bet they're so cute.
I hope so. They sound really cute.
While
And I mean, they're an
Tusk and
endangered
Fizz
species.
made their way to the Temple of the Serpent. All right, let's start with Fizz and Tusk. After some running, you two arrive at the temple. It's deep carved into a very narrow valley. Almost like a ravine, because it doesn't go very far. It only goes a couple hundred yards. And right there in the center is the Temple of the Serpent. And sure enough, there is a large metal door. Looks like it's bronze, but after years of corrosive behavior, it has turned green, giving it an even more reptilian, ophidian quality to it. Fizz, you take the key and find the hole. It's up to you if you want to put it in or not. I don't want to tell you what you're doing on this adventure, so you do locate the key hole.
Yeah, can I check for traps?
You certainly can check for traps. That's going to be an investigate check, so let's roll an investigate check.
Okay.
All right, 1d20 plus 1d6. Yep. Boar. Yeah, no, there's definitely no traps.
Awesome.
Looks good. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean,
And
somebody's hasn't been here clearly for a while, so
yeah,
anything trap wise probably broken or disabled.
yeah, I like that. Yeah, let's do. Yeah. So then I just shove the key right into the hole and give it a good turn.
All right, shoving the key right into the hole and giving it a good turn. You hear a loud click as a giant mechanical snake drops off of the gate itself. It coils around, revealing itself to be a bronze golem in the shape of a snake. And it's going to, let's roll a d4. Boar, it is going to attack Tusk. It strikes at Tusk, grasping onto him with its bite, throwing him into the air, and then whipping him with the tail for, let's roll 1d6. For 5 points of damage. It then coils itself back into the door as the massive gate opens.
Okay.
That was a weird entrance.
Yeah, that's a weird way to let somebody into the place. Oh.
I think we're good now. Let's go.
As you take a step into this temple, it's dark, poorly, no light in it at all. It has a musky, dry odor, like it's been buried for centuries. But as you step in, every lantern about 15 feet away from each other illuminates with a green glowing flame. You can see the path before you is winding, coiling, serpentine, if you will. And it seems to just go on into the distance. There are murals and mosaics of different types of snakes, some with feathers and wings, some with hoods like a cobra, some with rattling tails, all of them with beautiful, enormous eyes that are emeralds. What do you do?
Are you getting motion sickness from all the twists and turns?
A wee bit. I mean,
Yeah.
that was a tumultuous roller coaster of getting whipped around there.
You want an orange break? Gonna take a.
Oh yeah, I got some orange peels. Let's hit it.
No,
Yeah.
I have. And then I pull out like an orange and I just kind of unpeel it.
Oh great. Oh.
Best thing about oranges is you can share them.
Oh, that's adorable. Give yourself 2 additional EP for that, Fizz.
Yeah.
You know,
very cute.
I'm never quite sure how these adventures are going to go between you and me, really. You know, you first joined up in the cool adventurers, and I was like, I don't know about fiddle twigs, but I mean, I know now. Fizzlewigg, you've got in there what it means to be a cool adventurer.
Blood?
Your heart, man. No, in your heart and your soul. Oh gosh.
Yeah, no, well, of course I have a heart.
Yeah, no, I mean, okay. See, you sometimes miss the mark, but your intentions, I know, are always good.
I do miss the mark a lot.
And yet, somehow, you sometimes end up saving the day. It's you've got the strangest luck. I don't know where you get it from.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Does anybody ever?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
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 Yes. Yeah.
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 Yes.
All right. So,
Welcome to the Temple of the Serpent. A large serpent folk draped in robes stands behind you. Do not be alarmed. You used the key, and so I know that one of you is an acolyte, while the other, who did not use the key, is clearly a supplicant to be sacrificed. Yes.
yep.
Marvelous! Let us go
Oh.
now to the sacrificial altar so that we can sacrifice the supplicant to our coiled god. Come, come, come.
All right, here we go.
Let's do it.
And so the two of you begin following the serpent priest as he slithers down the coiling path. Meanwhile, Bricen and Mildreth have followed Gronk to a portion of the plains where there's a cliff overlooking, and you can see just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of Landsharks. They're burrowing out of the ground and then just kind of milling around, biting at each other, playing, snatching birds out of the sky, because these things can jump really high. They can jump like 60 feet into the air. They're just snatching birds. Some of them are burrowing back down because that's how they travel. They swim through the earth like sharks swim through the water, or shark birds fly through the air. But these land sharks are much larger and much more vicious than shark birds.
The people, I feel like sharks and I have a lot in common, all kinds of sharks, because you look at them and you think, oh, they're scary. They've got dark colors and they're gonna bite you because they look all bitey, but maybe that's just bad PR, and they're actually really nice.
I
It's
think
not
they're
their
just
fault
showing-
they have so many teeth.
Yeah, they're just showing signs of play. I think what it is just they're not getting enough like stimulation and like having the
Yes.
opportunity to play. Look at them. They're just having fun and playing and biting a couple birds. It's okay. Like they're look at their little legs. They're so stubby.
They do got stubby legs,
Cute.
but these things will devour everything in their path, which is why we got to divert them down this ravine
Right.
for as long as we can, because it's pretty much uninhabited. If they get out onto the open plains, they're going to eat all the hogs, all the orc settlements, all the dog folk. It'll be a massacre.
Yeah, I mean, this is their mating season, though. Like, if we can contain them until they are out of heat, then they'll be fine, right?
Oh yeah, that's pretty much what we got to do. So what I was planning on doing is taking my hog here, riding down into the ravine, smearing the ravine with some pheromones that I got off of a land shark that was in heat. And I thought that would draw them down, and I'd just keep doing that every couple of miles to draw them further and further down the ravine until we could get them into a safe valley. There's a nice big valley with nothing going on in it, and they'd be able to breed and goof off and do whatever they want to do until the surf season is over, and then they'd go back to being underground.
I was really glad you said that, because the smell was a lot, and I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to be rude, but now I understand.
stinks.
Like,
Oh yeah,
it's
it's a
not-
pungent. It's a pungent odor.
Yeah.
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 All right. Great. Cool. Would you like me to imbue your hog with the speed of a phantom? I could do that.
Well, what do you think, old girl? You want to go as fast as a phantom? All right, I guess that's a yes. I don't know. I don't speak hog. No, that's not true. I do.
Right. Okay. So I'm gonna cast this spell on you, and I'm gonna summon it's technically just a variation of my ghost helper spell, right? And I'm gonna summon the the great legendary hog of the wind. Well, the title that he won for being the fastest hog in the region. But he died a long time ago. But I'm gonna summon him, and then he's gonna just sort of like possess your hog. And I wanted to get consent about all this. That sounds good.
All right, Marigold, what do you think?
Yeah. Yeah.
That sounds like consent to me.
All right, great. Okay, I would like to use my wand to add a d6 to this Arcana check, please.
All right, let's do that. Then we will add, it'll be 2d6. We'll set the check at 12. That's a 16, yes. A ethereal figure of a massive hog with tiny little wings appears. It charges through the sky and then enters into Marigold, Gronk's riding hog. It grows in size and forms tiny little wings. Whoa! And it just begins charging down to the ravine. And he pulls out a bag and begins smearing the pheromones along the ravine side. Immediately, most of the Landsharks, this huge horde, just begin charging down the ravine. But Bricen, you notice there is a small, juvenile Landshark that seems to be stuck atop a rock and can't quite get down. And so it's kind of howling and becoming very agitated as it's being left behind by the rest of its flock. What do you do?
No, I'm gonna go over to the poor little stuck one and be like, no, it's okay. I'm gonna try to see if I can lift it up and carry it down. I'm just gonna pick up this giant land shark juvenile one and try to bring him along.
All right, sounds great. That's going to be an athletics check on your part. So let's roll a d20 plus a 1d6. The higher you roll, the better you'll do. Oh no, you got a nat one. Why don't you tell me what happens?
I think I approach and I'm a little too eager because I'm so excited because I think it's so cute. And I don't do the first basic step of approaching any sort of wild creature, and I don't do the smell test. So I just reach out and it bites me. It just bites my hand. Like
it just immediately, as you go to grab the rock, it immediately just jumps and bites onto your head, like your head is in its gullet, and its teeth are like wrapped around your shoulder like a really long necklace. It's just like, hey! It's not strong enough to bite through you and bite your head off, but you do take 4 points of damage, and you now are blinded. You can't see, and you have this juvenile land shark atop your head.
Okay, he's just excited. It's okay. It's fine. It's okay. It's my fault. It was my fault.
Yep.
Mildreth, you see all of this occur far too quickly for you to go, it's probably not a good idea. Because what Bricen didn't realize is that as it was mewling and calling out, it not only got Bricen's attention, it got like 3 full-sized land sharks' attention, who are quickly swimming back towards the juvenile land shark, who is still howling out, as it's distressed that it couldn't eat this big thing that came in front of it.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's land sharks. It requires 3 of them to mate, so it's not. It's the throuple situation here that we've got to deal with. They're all. Okay. So, gosh. Okay. Just don't panic. Can you hear me, Bricen?
Huh?
You're gonna need to follow the sound of my voice. We've got to move out of this place. We gotta move. We gotta get out of here. He's really on there. He's really on there. Okay. So I think probably the best course of action. Oh, I don't like doing this, but I think maybe if I can just sort of like cast like a phantom image of just like a real juicy, like a gopher, just a real big juicy gopher. the shark will be like, that looks better, that looks tastier, and he'll let go. That's what I'm gonna
Does the
do with
gopher have a
my
blue
wand,
hoodie?
please.
Oh no.
Does the gopher have
All
a blue hoodie?
We're gonna set this Arcana check at 16. It's 1d20 plus 2d6. Oh, that is a failure. You do produce the big gopher, and it begins like hopping around, being like, "Oh, hey guys, welcome to Hazards and Hijinks, the interactive fantasy role-playing improv comedy show. I'm your host, Gopher."
Doesn't sound tasty at all.
I'm super tasty. Look at how tasty I am. And it begins covering itself in barbecue sauce. This causes a rumble from the far end of the ravine where Gork Gronk is, as dozens of shark folk, or not shark folk, as dozens of land sharks begin turning around, and all of them are charging towards this illusion. So where before there was 3 adult land sharks, now there are like 39.
That's a lot.
Oh, look at me! Oh, I'm working too well. Oh, what a hazardous hijink!
Oh.
It then dissipates, and all of the land sharks see that the only thing edible, because they were lured by the illusion, the only thing edible is Bricen.
Hey, I'm edible.
Oh, I didn't know if you were down in the valley or if you were still up on the cliff.
No, I'm up on the cliff. I wanted to make sure everyone knew that I'm also edible.
All right, let's roll a 1d4. And you tell me odd or even.
Odd.
Yeah. They agree that you're edible, as all 39 divert themselves and begin charging and swimming up the cliff, because to them it's just another surface, so they're just swimming up it towards you.
Sure. I'm helping. Bricen.
Bricen, that would make it your turn. Bricen, what do you want to do?
I'm very, very injured, so I'm going to. I don't want to, injure this poor land shark who is obviously, nervous and distressed. So instead, I'm gonna do a heal action.
Mm-hmm.
And replace a simple attack with a heal.
All right.
To myself.
Let's roll.
I'm very low in health.
Yeah.
2, you heal yourself for 2 points of damage as you focus your chi. You can feel the juvenile land shark kind of loosen its bite around you, and it's making like scared noises now. If you had animal handling, I would explain why that's happening, but you don't, so you just assume it's becoming your friend.
Yeah, he's just nervous. It was my fault. I approached this poor creature without properly introducing myself. So, it's really my fault in the end.
Yeah, it certainly is. All right, that would make it Mildreth's turn. Mildreth, the first few land shark, the original 3, are pretty much about to be in combat zone with you. They're going to be in a combat area with you. So you basically have this action before you'll be thrust into combat. What would you like to do?
Right. Okay. So I know the Bricen's head is inside of a shark, right? But do I think that there's some way that I could get my health potion that I have into Bricen's body in some way? Can I I would like to use.
Yes, you're trained in medicine, if I remember correctly.
I am trained in medicine. So I'm gonna just I'm gonna put it in a syringe, and I'm gonna throw the syringe, and it's just
yes.
Velocity is gonna do its thing.
I will allow that. We'll set this check at 14.
Okay.
So a d20 plus a 1d6.
Okay.
Oh, you got a 20. Sounds like a dirty 20. So I will say yes. You managed to take a sewing needle out. You stick it into the cork of the health potion, and you just chuck it as hard as you can at Bricen. Bricen, it stabs you right in the gluteus maximus, right in the old right in the old tushy, and the health potion begins circulating through your body. Do you want EP or do you want HP?
And I split it.
Oh, all right. Yeah, you could totally split it.
I'm gonna split it.
What's your max HP?
My max HP is 16.
All right. Well, then it gives you 8 HP and 4 EP.
Cool.
So there you go. As you are reinvigorated, that would make it the Landshark's turn. So let's roll the juvenile Landshark first. That's going to be a 1d6. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, it rolled a crit. Okay, Bricen. Killing blow or the worst possible thing?
Well, I'm gonna take the worst possible thing.
All right.
Why not?
The worst possible thing. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh, the rolls are not in your favor today. That is going to be, yeah, it's going to clamp down even harder on you. And it reduces your max HP by 8. So whatever damage you had originally taken, that still applies to your new total, but your max is now 8.
Fun. I love
Lots
this.
of fun.
Oh
Lots
my god,
of fun.
I'm having so much fun.
I know, right? I can't believe it crit you. That's ridiculous. All right, that'll make it the other Landshark's turn, the Landshark flock. Let's roll a d6 for them.
Herd, actually.
Yes, the herd. That's a 1. All right. That is a crit fail on their part. So they fumble. Mildreth, you have the opportunity to do something awesome.
Yes.
You can take an immediate power attack against an enemy. You can do a power heal on yourself or someone else. You can immediately impose a condition on the enemies, and the enemies will have disadvantage on all of their attacks until the end of their next turn.
I would like to do an amplify on the pheromones that our friend is spreading in an attempt to like redirect.
Okay. I love it.
Yeah.
That's, I'm going to say that is going to, you are imposing the indifferent condition on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are now indifferent towards you, where before they smelled you as a tasty treat. Now they're like, oh yeah, well, speaking of tasty treats, those pheromones, that's the tastiest treat of all. And so they begin to move themselves back towards the ravine. That would make it Bricen's turn. Bricen, what do you do?
I'm just gonna try to get this one. I'm gonna try to perform. I think athletics would be good. It's just trying to get this one off my head. I think that's at this point what I need is just get this one off my head.
All right. Yes.
Good place to start.
That's going to be open-ended. The higher you roll, the better you do. So let's roll a d20 plus a 1d6. Oh, that is not good.
Great. It's so great. I'm doing so good.
So you managed to pry its, because Landsharks are very strong. Their bite is very, very strong. So even a juvenile one is very tough. So you pry its mouth off, but it's also very slippery. So when you get it to a certain point, it slips and the damn thing snaps back on you for 2 points of damage. How are we doing? How's your health? Okay, that would make it Mildred's turn. Mildred, what do you want to do?
Okay, I'm going to use my class feature and cast Ghost Army and just create a sea of ghost land sharks that are also interested in the pheromones and sort of, I'm just hoping the like herd mentality that if they see enough of their own kind moving in that direction, they're all gonna, the juvenile's gonna realize like he's getting left behind and he's got to get on the bandwagon, get on with the rest of them.
I love it. All right, let's roll a d20.
Mm.
Okay, yeah, a 4.
No, I'm using my EP.
This is one of the things you can't use your EP on because it works, but it's gonna have some unforeseen consequences. So yes, a spectral horde of Landsharks appear and they begin running down the ravine. However, your occult energy courses through and it kind of, you lose control of it, and a massive spectral serpent emerges and swallows all of the spectral land sharks, and then it like hisses at all of the live ones, causing them to become incredibly frightened, and they just start running the other way, including the juvenile one, which pops off of Bricen's head and begins like and begins running away. You can see Gork trailing behind him, and he's like, oh no, as this spectral serpent just keeps chasing the Landsharks as they climb out of the ravine and are now in the open plains, just charging towards let's do an intelligence check. So let's roll a d20, Mildreth.
I have no control over the ghost wars that are already happening.
5. Yeah, they're going in a direction that you can't identify. But Gork, he yips his
flying
phantom infused hog marigold, and it raises into the air, and he begins chasing after him. He's like, what did you do? This will make it meanwhile, Tusk and Fizz are having a lovely tea with the eccentric serpent folk priest. And so after the high priest left, me by myself, would you like more tea?
Yes, please.
Oh, marvelous. He pours you some more tea. Oh, it is so good to have company, both an acolyte and a supplicant. I almost feel bad that we have to sacrifice you, my elephantine friend.
Yes, by sacrifice meaning like maybe I gotta give up a toe or something. Right.
Well, I was going to say your heart, but you bring up a good point.
We could start with this
of yours would be beautiful as a sacrifice to our servant Lord.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, that sounds like a decent compromise. I was worried for a second there. Woo.
Yes, and then I will take you to our vault of sapphires. Will you gather up as many sapphires as you want? Because you're super cool guys.
Oh, you're the coolest.
Stop, I don't know about that. I'm just Sylvester.
I was just going to ask you your name. I'm so sorry. We've been so rude.
Oh, it's quite all right.
That's
yes.
My name.
I am Sylvester Stallone.
Nice to meet you, Sylvester. Is it the long? Do I keep the long S, or is that just No,
you keep the long S. My name is my name contains 8 S's in the first name and then 6 in the family name.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, all right, Sylvester. My name is Fizzlewigg the Magnificent.
Marvelous. Fizzbiggle. I love it.
Close enough. Yeah. This is well, I'll let him do the introductions.
And I am Tusk of the rogue gnomes, Tusk of the manticores, Tusk of the fate yet to be known. Tusk, the
wow.
Tusk that you can tusk the most.
I love puns. They're so good.
Oh, you like that? Was it hysterical?
Oh, it is very good that this place is enchanted against divine retribution, because most of the world doesn't like puns and thus are struck by black bolts of lightning.
Oh, yes, I see. Yeah. You were saying the HP left you here, and so what's that make you, a civil serpent?
Stop it.
I had that one going for a little bit.
You're too silly. You're too silly.
Wait, do you feel something?
I have noticed a strange rumbling. Sylvester turns to one of the walls as an entire horde of spectral landsharks flood through the chamber, passing through all of you, making you let's move. Tusk, odd or even?
Even.
All right, 1d4. All right, yes. None of you take any necrotic damage as these specters pass through you. However, the rumbling becomes even more intense as followed immediately behind them are real, genuine land sharks bursting through the subterranean walls of this temple.
Mildreth!
Let's roll a 1d8. Oh, all right. So they fumbled. It's a crit fail on their part, so you can take this opportunity to make a power attack to impose a condition on them, or do something else awesome. What would you like to do, Tusk?
I take out my bag of oil, and I kind of splash it around the ground, trying to slip them up.
All right, yeah. They slip up, and this first wave slips and becomes incapacitated. They all begin piling on top of each other, just kind of becoming a massive, like fleshy wall of colliding land sharks. Fizz, what about you? What would you like to do?
I would like to charm some of the boo blades.
Yes. They are charmed. This first horde will not attack you, and on your turn, you can direct them to take one action that is not immediately fatal to them, and they are compelled to do it as they just find you so charming.
Fizzlewigg, what are you doing that is so charming?
And then I hold up my triangle, a shark whistle.
Oh, shark whistle. That's very smart. Not like a dog folk whistle. Those never work.
Right.
Well, you're right, of course.
Sylvester looks around. Well, I should prepare the defenses for the temple because it looks like we have more waves of land sharks coming. I will leave this to you while I go deeper into the temple to prepare our defense.
Can we join you in just collecting sapphires and just kind of leaving this to?
Well, yeah, I mean,
alone?
Good idea. But Sylvester, look at all these potential sacrifices.
Oh, you're a genius, Tusk. Yes, we will sacrifice all of these land sharks to our glorious God.
Yeah. You get that ready. We're going to go look at some sapphires. Come on, Tusk.
By all means, I'll go get the sacrificial daggers. We'll regroup in a few. And he goes into the kitchen. You can hear clanking and clanging. He pops his head out. Oh, yes, the sapphire vault is down that hole and the spiral staircase.
Wait, don't you mean the sapphires down the spiral staircase.
Don't insult my culture, Tusk.
Sorry.
Yeah, that
Too
was a-
far. Too far. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Too far.
Yeah.
All right. Good luck. And he pops back into the kitchen. Meanwhile, Mildreth and Bricen, what do you two do? What have you two? Are you just like standing in the valley that is now empty, or did you decide to follow the spectral serpent and the Landsharks?
I do feel a little responsible for the spectral serpent, and I'm trying to like just call ahead in the direction that it is going, being like, wait, there's a big old snake coming. You guys should watch out. I think it's probably part of some ancient ritual for sacrificing. I brought it a little early. I'm sorry.
Gork turns back around. He's like, yeah, that's pretty obvious at this point. It's leading them right to the temple of the serpent.
Yep, that makes sense. That tracks. Yeah.
That's where our friends are.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to warn them. Just like, hey guys, there's a big snake coming. Watch out.
Wait, if they use the key, then they disabled all of the defenses. Whoever's in there would be massacred by the sheer number of Landsharks going their way.
And then the snake that's coming behind them. I messed up. I did an oopsie.
I think we should go then and try to warn them.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Jumps off of Marigold, and Marigold picks up both of you. Marigold, ride like the wind.
Thank you.
You're officially
Oh, boy.
deputies of the Animal Control. Don't abuse your power. Save the animals.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I was trying to do.
Yeah. That's our
Well, okay,
intention.
then don't try to save the animals. Try anything else.
Hey, we can do this. Just believe in us. I'm sorry.
And with that, Marigold begins flying, getting ahead of the swarm. You see the swarm is digging themselves underground, and you come to the front of the temple where the giant gate is ajar. You step in, you see the green flames coming from each of the furnaces and the lanterns, and you hear Tusk and Fizz talking, echoing through the serpentine hallways of this temple. What do you do?
Wow, that gate looked a lot like a jar. Anyways, can I
A black bolt of lightning tries to strike you, but you are already inside the temple, so it fizzes out right before it hits you.
that's
I thought
right.
lightning's going real bad today. Yeah.
Okay, I would like to do a power attack against this snake that I summoned to try to unsummon it, please, with my wand. Wait, is it a construct or a monstrosity?
It is neither. It is undead.
Oh, okay. Well, then just a regular power attack. Sorry.
No worries. All right. Yes, you point your wand in the direction that the spectral serpent was, and you fire a bolt of arcane energy for 3d6.
Yes. Uh,
3. It strikes the serpent, and the serpent 9. All right. Yes, that's a little bit better. It strikes the spectral serpent, causing it to explode into a swarm of spectral serpents.
Oh, is this
that
better or
begin-
worse? Oh,
They're smaller,
there's more though.
but they're small.
Fizz and Tusk, you see Bricen and Mildreth just as you arrive at the entrance of the spiral staircase.
Hi,
do?
we're sorry.
Oh, just it's one thing or another with you, isn't it?
You tried to pet them again.
At that moment,
I
more-
am fortune's fool.
I
more
understand.
land sharks burst through the walls. Let's roll a D8. Oh, that's 4. All right, that's going to All right, so that hits Fizz and Tusk by 1, so you can take a tiny bit of damage or have something weird happen.
I'll get weird, man.
Weird.
All right, yes. The Landsharks are running so fast that when they burst through, you both, they tackle you and you land on both of their backs, and they immediately begin charging down the spiral staircase. So you are removed from this combat. You'll have to re-engage if you want to, or you can just see where they take you.
You guys are doing great.
No, we're not.
Bye.
Mildreth, that beat you by 1 as well. Okay, so a tiny bit of damage or something weird.
I think I'm just gonna use some EP to just shield myself with a spectral little ghosty thing.
All right, that'll cost you 2 EP.
Okay, thank you.
All right, yeah. And then Bricen, that beat you by 3, so a good amount of damage or something bad.
I'm gonna take something bad. I can't take any damage.
Yeah.
Oh, give me something bad.
The juvenile land shark from before bursts out of the wall and latches onto your head.
Oh, my good buddies. Oh,
And you are now, let's say, you are now confused. As the land shark, the juvenile land shark latches onto your head. You can't use any of your mental skills. It will require an intelligence check to overcome this condition. And every time you try and take an action, you have to roll a 1d4 beforehand. If you fail, you attack the nearest creature, which includes yourself, with a simple attack.
Love it. Love it. It's okay. I got my good friends back.
But
Got
if
my
you
good buddies.
succeed, then you can act normally, but you still can't take any mental actions. All right, that would make it Bricen's turn. Bricen, what do you want to do?
Does seem
I would-
really attached.
Yeah, he's really attached to
You
me.
hear
I-
lightning crack outside.
I don't want to hurt this one because he's so nice. So I am gonna try to heal myself though.
Okay,
Because
yes.
yeah, that needs to happen.
All right. Are you using? You haven't used your power attack yet, so you can do a power heal, or you can do a standard heal because this is a new encounter, or you can do a simple heal.
I'll do a power heal. I feel like I need that. I think I deserve it at this point.
Yes, why not? Let's roll a power attack. So 3d6. 7. You heal yourself for 7, which brings you back to your new total of 8. So yeah, you healed yourself totally. That'd make it Mildred's turn. Mildred, what do you do?
Okay. I'd like to use Vecna's big book of evil to see if I can do some occulty shenanigans to just banish all of the specters that I summoned, because I feel like they are not helping. They are just making it worse.
All right, sounds great to me. Let's roll a 1d4, odd or even.
Even.
Even, yes. You open the big book of Vecna and you find a spell. You begin to recite the words, and all of the specters that you summoned are dragged back to the ethereal plane. So this does cause the Landsharks to no longer be panicked, but now the Landsharks are very hungry, and you and Bricen and Tusk and Fizz look like you are on the menu. However, the rest of the horde does not continue to charge forward, so you have stopped the incoming of more. That would make it Tusk's turn. Tusk, you are currently on the back of a landshark as it's riding down the spiral staircase. It arrives at the lower level. You see an enormous door carved out of sapphires with sapphires embedded in it. This is obviously the door to the Sapphire Vault. As your landshark charges right past it, what do you do?
Oh, I backflip off of the land shark.
All right. As you have acrobatics, I'm going to say you can do that with ease. So you land off of the land shark. It continues to charge down. You look and you see Fizz is right behind you. His land shark opens its mouth wide to take a bite at you. Let's roll a 1d4. It misses you as it bites right next to you. It is now your turn. What would you like to do?
I do a smoke bomb.
All right, yeah. Smoke bomb sounds good.
And disappear
Oh.
in the confusion. I got
Yes, smoke bomb.
I got
Let's roll a d20.
I got it.
Nat 20. Why don't you tell me what happens?
I hit the smoke bomb to the ground, and it cascades into the air and fills the small, little cavernous area that we're in. And little beknownst to me, Landsharks actually have a allergy to my such smoke that's going on, and it causes them all to have a coughing fit. And then they all start choking and collapsing from lack of oxygen on the ground.
That is true. The two land sharks that you were riding both drop to the ground unconscious. Fizz tumbles to his feet. Fizz, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
I would like to go to the sapphire chamber and start taking sapphires.
All right, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Let's roll an investigate check for you. It'll be open-ended, so 1d20 plus 1d6. 12. You are able to shove 120 sapphires into your various pockets, pouches, and packs, loading yourself up with sapphires. Every round that you dedicate just to this, you'll gain more sapphires. So right now you got 120.
Excellent.
All right, that would make it the land shark's turn. The land sharks are upstairs. So is the juvenile one still attached to your head?
Yes.
All right, let's roll that one first. So that one's going to be a 1d6. Oh, a fumble. All right, so you can do something awesome. What would you like to do?
I'm going to, you know what? I've maintained this entire time that it was my fault that I have been attacked, and these poor creatures have been just so confused. So I am going to finally just get this one off of my head, just completely like, nope, down. And then instead, I'm just going to cradle it. Like, you know how you hold a baby? Like, even big dogs, you can hold them like a baby. I'm just holding this massive thing, and I'm just like looking at him like, that wasn't very nice. I'm gonna set you down and you're gonna be a good boy, okay? You're gonna stop trying to bite people, especially me, okay? You're gonna be so nice. And when I set him down, he's gonna actually listen to me. It'll be nice.
Congratulations, you have tamed the juvenile land shark. It is now your minion. So it coos and kind of like chuffs and barks. As it expresses that you are now its owner and master. All right, that would make it the rest of the land shark's turn. So let's roll a 1d8. 3. That misses Mildreth. It can't even attack Fizz. So that just beats you by 2, Bricen. So that's a fair bit of damage or something kind of bad.
Take the damage.
All right, you take 6 points of damage as the remaining land sharks just charge you and begin biting at you. You can hear your juvenile land shark yipping at them like. Now make it Bricen's turn. Bricen, what do you do?
You know what? I've bonded with my little one, but these other ones are full grown and they're kind of being just fucking naughty. They should know better. So I'm going to launch. I'm gonna launch a standard attack because you know what? They just need to be taught. I think I'm over it. Little one had room to grow, but these ones no.
I will say, because you're attacking multiple enemies, it might be wiser to do the simple attack because you'd actually do more damage with your exotic weapons.
True. You know what? I will switch over and do the exotic weapons. Yes.
Okay, then
Thank
that'll
you.
be 4d6. Let's roll 4d6. 10. Yes, you begin walloping all of them for 10 points of damage. They all kind of back off and growl at you. Your juvenile one jumps in between the two of you and growls at them as well. That would make it Mildreth's turn. Mildreth, what do you do?
Okay. Now that I'm in this temple, I'm noticing a lot of like snake type things. There's some of them have like wings, and some of them have bunny ears, and I just feel like really these guys are they're hungry because they're about to mate, and then as the natural progression of Landsharks die after they have reproduced. So I think I would like to use an Arcana check with my wand to make all of the snakies in here extra tasty looking to the sharks.
Yes, wonderful. Let's roll an Arcana check. This will be open-ended. The better you do, the better you do.
My wand says 2d6.
Yes, so 1d20 plus 2d6.
Yeah.
24. All right, yes. You cast an illusory spell, and a lot of the Landsharks stop being interested in Bricen and just begin chewing the walls, like chowing down on the walls, chewing the mosaics and the murals of the various sharks. Now, Landsharks can eat dirt and rocks, so this isn't bad for them. They can't eat these things. They're actually becoming quite full, and a lot of them are just falling asleep afterwards. They've eaten themselves into a stupor. So yes, good job. That would make it Tusk's turn. Tusk, what do you do?
Well, I mean, is there still anything urgently happening, or are all the sharks starting to settle down and go sleepy by?
Well, as far as you know, because you're on the lower level, you have no idea what the sharks
don't know what's
doing.
going on. Okay.
Yeah, like as far as you know, the sharks have devoured Mildreth, and Bricen is putting up a fight to.
God.
Yeah.
Oh, so Fizz, we got all these sapphires, but at what cost? Was it really just like we just took this to get the sapphires quest? It's not fulfilling at all. I don't know why. Mildreth, I let you down. I was supposed to lead you into a new age of adventurers and adventuring. I don't deserve to go on. Maybe this.
No, we grabbed a couple for them. I mean, the exchange rate should be pretty solid. I mean, sapphires don't really lose a whole lot of value.
It doesn't matter if they're dead, my man.
I mean, I could give it to their families.
I guess that's true. But Sylvester!
Sylvester appears from the far end of the hallway. Yes, you summoned me. Oh, Landsharks. He takes out a ceremonial dagger and stabs the two unconscious Landsharks in the head. Oh, there we go. Now they have been given to our serpentine lord. What can I help you with?
Can he save my friends? Can he bring anyone back from the dead as a boon for this sacrifice?
Of course. The serpent lord can do all kinds of cool things.
Then let it be so.
Stop insulting my culture. But yes, I will do it. And Sylvester begins casting an occult ritual to resurrect your friends. Fizz, what would you like to do?
I would like to grab more sapphires, please.
All right, let's roll an investigate check. The higher you do, the more sapphires you will gather. A dirty 20. Yeah, you gather 200 sapphires, bringing your total up to 320. Sylvester's like, oh, yes, I've done it. And an enormous skeletal serpent erupts from the basement, sending Sylvester flying. As this serpent.
Is that a good woo or a bad woo?
You can't tell because this serpent is like slowly its flesh is recomposing around it as it's just rising higher and higher. It erupts through the second level where Bricen and Mildreth are. It then kind of like lowers its head and you can see its glowing green eyes. It goes, I am the serpent god reborn. You will feed me or die.
Can I pet him?
Roll a 1d4. Let's odd or even.
Even.
Yeah, no, he's going to you go to pet him on the nose and he lets you touch him on the nose, and then like you know how snakes are, they quickly like bam, and he swallows you whole.
What?
Oh,
I saw that. What? Sylvester, you there still, buddy?
Sylvester is splayed out atop a bunch of rubble, unconscious.
Well, I'm swallowed whole inside a skeletal snake, so I'm just like hanging onto one of his vertebrae, being like,
No.
okay.
As he was rising higher and higher, his flesh was recomposing around him.
Okay.
So, yeah, no, he's got his flesh. He's actually a giant serpent mummy. So he's wrapped in bandages. He's got flesh on him. And then he bursts through the roof, revealing giant feathered wings, and he begins flying into the air. He's like, now the reign of the serpent shall begin anew.
I feel
at least I only got half swallowed.
Bricen, all of the shark folks or the land sharks seeing this just scatter, except for your juvenile one, which jumps onto your shoulders. What do you do?
Well, I've just learned from experience, it's actually not really that great to get swallowed, even if it's hot, but Mildred got fully swallowed, so I'm imagining that's worse. So I'm gonna try to punch the snake in the throat and try to see if I can get it to cough Mildred up.
All right. That's going to be an athletics check on your part. So we'll set this check at 18. It's a d20 plus 1d6. Oh, you just barely missed it. Do you have any EP
Can I burn
left?
some EP? I
Yes.
have 4 EP.
All right, burn all 4 of it. That's going to make it a power attack, and because you're burning 4, we'll add 1d6 more to it. And because this is a big bad evil monster, you get the benefits of your exotic weapons as well. So that is another d6. Yeah. All right, so that would be 5d6. 18, yeah, you punch the serpent right in the throat, just in the same way that the dog folk pack leader punched you in the throat at the beginning of this adventure. The serpent god and it spits up Mildreth as she flies into the air, and the serpent folk goes, no, and he begins to decompose. The magic that resurrected him has been dislodged because of how you punch him. You punched him right in his chakras. So the chakras just
right in the
funnel through, and he's ripped apart, and he falls down just tattered, giant bones and giant sheets of linen as he falls back down, collapsing atop the temple. The temple, from the weight and all of the structural damage from the land sharks, begins to collapse in on itself. Mildreth, you're flying through the air. What would you like to do?
I would like to use my special ability of establishing boundaries and make a big portal hole underneath not only where I will land, but where all my friends are, and transport us to the surface, please.
Sounds good. I'll let you use your cool ability for that. Let's roll a d20.
Can I use EP?
No, you can't use EP for cool abilities or class features, but it's okay. You do form the bubbles around all 4 of you. Each one looks like a bubble in the shape of a skull. Mildreth, you fall down with the full force because it doesn't slow your fall, so you just bounce back into the air, and you bounce several times before it finally comes to a stop. Tusk and Fizz, you are surrounded by bubbles as the rocks of the temple collapse around you. Tusk, what would you like to do?
I feel like I was swindled.
You are struck by a black bolt of lightning as the temple can no longer protect you.
No! Oh!
My bubbles are immune.
Well, I
Oh
am...
shit, yeah, your bubbles are immune. Never mind.
Okay. Well, that was close. I am going to use my my wings to sort of pop my bubble, and then I'm gonna wrap my trunk around Fizzlewigg, and we're gonna get back to the surface.
All right, yes, using your wings. All right, let's roll a 1d4. Odd or even?
Even Stevens.
Yes, you manifest your wings, you grab onto Fizzlewigg, and the two of you begin ascending into the sky as the temple collapses around you. Fizz, because all of this is occurring simultaneously, not in consecutive order, what would you like to do? You can still grab some more sapphires in this moment.
Yeah, sure, I'll do that. And while I'm doing that, I'll say, Tusk, I feel like the bubble would have worked just fine.
Who knows?
You know what? Thank you. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to sound. This is.
All right, let's roll an investigate check for those sapphires. $19. All right. 510 sapphires in total. Tusk, as you try and lift Fizz, he is very heavy. He's more sapphire than man at this point, but you do lift him up and you ascend out of the temple as it collapses. Congratulations, you have successfully stopped the swarm of Landsharks, and you have also defeated the serpent god, big bad evil monster that you inadvertently summoned.
Nice job, Bricen.
I only summoned the first one.
Okay, I made a new friend. I think
That's what
was
really matters.
Gork
Yeah.
runs up and he goes, "Ah!" and he throws his spear. Let's roll a d4. All right, it hits Fizz right in the gut for 2 points of damage.
Or does it hit an emerald?
Oh,
Or sapphire.
Right.
Yeah, it hits the sapphire.
Please hit me.
It
No,
strikes
wait, Fizz! God, no, why? You were too young. You were such a fresh adventurer. How could this happen? I
Tusk,
barely
I'm
got
fine.
to know you.
I'm fine.
You're fine. No,
I'm
how
fine.
could you?
No.
Oh, a sapphire.
Gork runs up. He goes, "You geniuses! I can't believe you did it." He points down into the collapsed temple of the serpent, which is in that narrow ravine that I described, and all of the shark folk shark folk. I keep saying shark folk. All of the land sharks seem to be pacified. They're sleeping and feasting on the bones of the serpent god. I can't believe you did it. Wow, look at that. Peace has been restored to the plains of blood.
This was the plan all along.
Yeah, we do this for a living.
Yep, we're professionals. Will you sign my book saying that you get 5-star review to the adventure?
Absolutely. He grabs your book and signs it. 5 stars.
Thank you.
Can you also sign this to say that I did the proper amount of community service?
Is Sylvester still around?
As I recall, all you did was take my key and then run off.
I brought balance to the area.
We're
You're
a team.
welcome.
Fair
Yeah.
point. He signs it. Yes, Sylvester climbs out of the rubble and quickly climbs up the ravine, getting away from the shark folk that are snipping at him. Oh, sorry. Oh, guys, my temple's been destroyed. That sucks.
It's cool. Party at our place.
Oh, yes. I'll bring the mixers.
I'll
Yeah.
summon you a new snake. Don't worry about it.
I mean, I guess you don't have a job anymore. You could say you were sapphired.
That's a good joke.
Let's see this one. I got to keep this one around.
There is a loud thunder crack above as you see a massive black cloud with black bolts of lightning shooting across it. This is all of the black bolts of lightning that have been accruing the entire time that you have been in the temple and thus immune from the black bolts of lightning, which at my count was 8. So a thunder crack strikes down as a huge bolt of black lightning strikes you, Tusk, for 16 points of damage.
Wait.
What kind of weather?
I almost died.
No, you've just been knocked out. Tusk collapses as Fizz pulls the spear out of his gut, causing a torrent of sapphires to spill all over the ground. Sylvester goes, "Man, you guys really know how to throw a shindig."
Where's my shark? Where's my land shark? Is he down there? I
Your
can't
lead
see
shark
him.
jumps atop your head. And goes,
Oh my God, Brendan Frey Shark, hello. I'm so glad you're still with me.
a black bolt of lightning strikes you for 16 points of damage.
It's his name.
There will be no pun names.
I am knocked out.
Brycen
It's
has
okay
been
because
knocked
I'm
out
happily
as
with my
well.
pet.
Mildreth, your two companions fall to the ground. What do you do?
Oh yeah, I think I can probably, drain some life from the nearby foliage and bring them back up to health. I'll just use my EP. It's no big deal.
All right. Mildreth begins making some health potions to restore her friends. Fizz, what about you? What are you doing?
I am very appreciative of the sins against nature that Mildreth is doing. To
It's
save
fun.
life. Yeah, no, honestly, it kind of looks better around here. It's more dead. And
You get it.
yeah, no, I kind of think I know what you're going for now. I'm kind of about it. So I guess I divvy up the sapphires equally. I don't know how many fell out of my pocket, but I do my best to.
When did you have time to get all of these when we were fighting so hard?
Oh, I didn't help at all and collected sapphires.
I almost
Gork
died a couple
takes
times.
back your
I
service. She
technically
tears
died
it in
twice
half.
today. So
Yeah, that's true.
if we're on a level of bad, and I almost fell to my death, which thank you. Technically, I guess I did. Did I die?
I mean, if you cumulatively speaking, you probably did, but that's not how death works, so it's fine.
Okay, well,
I just
anyway, I got us some money, so
I think
here's
your
your
cult
share.
friend is kind of gonna be an issue, but whatever. I'm gonna go home. I'm tired.
Yeah, I could definitely use a nap. I
And
don't know if that's a
the
concussion.
Cool two
or-
adventurers, the two cool adventurers dragged their unconscious but stable friends back through the plains of blood towards
Blood, 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 blood,
Blood, blood, blood,
blood,
towards
blood.
Oakvale,
blood.
where there would be other adventures with many hazards and more than a few hijinks. But what would happen to Sylvester now that he is no longer bound to the cult of the serpent? Will Brandon Frey Shark be a good boy or a bad boy?
The
And
best boy.
will Tusk ever figure out what his destiny is? These questions and more to be answered next time on Hazards and Hijinks. Wowie wow, what a great adventure we had tonight. We had everything Oh, it was so much more dangerous, just like the audience wanted in their most recent poll. They voted they wanted it to be more dangerous, and we delivered.
That's
It was a lot of fun. We had crazy hijinks. Thank you to everyone who donated. That was a lot of fun. We earned some pets. We got some new characters. We learned something about our characters, and we all had a lot of fun. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like, follow, subscribe. All of that stuff helps us out a ton. We are getting some cool stuff to our subscribers. If you want to help us even more, feel free to join our Patreon, where you can become a patron. You get listed in the credits for this show, as well as other cool stuff, and you get to help us get closer to our goal of tabletop role-playing domination. Next Monday, we have a show, so be sure to check that out, and be sure to follow our social medias so you can help us build that adventure. But we're not going to leave you with a plug for our social medias and crowdsourcing websites. No, we're going to leave you the way we always do, with a hearty huzzah, and join us on the count of 3 for that. 3, 2, 1, huzzah!
Baby shark doo 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 doo.
Baby shark doo 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 doo. Baby shark doo 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 doo.
Baby shark.
Blood.
Blood.
Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, for those keeping track, our heroes completed both of their quests, which means they earned themselves 3 level achievements. So Mildreth leveled, Tusk leveled, and let me check. Bricen is halfway to their next level, and Fizzlewigg has leveled as well. So congratulations to our players who leveled tonight.
Yes.
And we will keep track on who will level next time.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Don't pet the land sharks.
Pet them.